How are we starting
So
this?
I think Jonah has the intro to this one.
Yeah, hold up. Oh,
Because I was the one who did it last time.
give me like.
Let
How do I want to do this?
me adjust.
Hello. Welcome.
Oh, are we?
I was I was still adjusting volume, so if you want that to be the
You guys
thing,
got any requests?
any
Song
requests?
requests?
I didn't know you were a
Any
DJ.
song requests? I'll do covers right now. Any ideas of
The second half of
how you
Mad
want
City
this
by
to start?
Kendrick. Do that on guitar. Or wait, no, which one? It's These Walls on guitar. That's what it was.
Bet. I learned it, bro. It's fun.
We decopyrighted.
Yeah.
I don't think covers get copyrighted, do they?
No, they don't. But you have to do a bunch of like licensure and shit. You have to like
Oh,
do all that stuff.
No, yeah, music companies be greedy. Universal Music Group. They'd
Yeah.
be greedy as
the
hell.
music industry is fucked. People were recently getting
It's
DMCA'd
me.
at the ass on Twitch.
Yeah.
It was wild.
There's those people who get DMCA'd for using the music that they made sometimes.
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate it.
Yeah.
It really
Imagine
I-
going into music for a career.
Imagine going to be a doctor. Fucking.
Yeah, imagine going. to
Imagine
school
not
for
knowing
20
where you're going.
Damn.
Hey, you know what? Phineas and Ferb said it best. Okay, he left. We don't know where we're going, but we sure know where it's at. Fuck you,
Carpe diem, looking ass.
motherfucking aglet head ass.
Anyways,
Welcome.
I think we're good to get started now.
Bienvenidos.
Welcome. Hello. Welcome back, if you will, to the premiere episode of the Times Like These podcast. Give it up.
Yeah.
Start clapping, boys. Give
My
it
hands
up.
hurt.
We're back.
Hallelujah.
We're back. We're back. We're back, and we're gonna have a good season. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And one of those reasons why it's gonna be so great is because we have Brendan. How are you doing, Brendan?
I'm good. We also got Geb, which is another reason why this podcast is so great.
Y'all are too kind. Appreciate it. But I'm not the only reason. Not only do we have you two boys, not only do we have myself, we also have the man, the myth, the legend, Neelob. Here. I point
Heck
around
yeah,
with
guys.
Neelob. Let's go.
Heck yeah, boys. I'm here. I'm ready. Got my handsome Squidward shirt.
I got
I'm ready
the
to go.
Squidward tank.
I'm repping
We got-
Panda merch.
I am the last reason to be excited. There are no other reasons.
I am the definitive last
I'm the
one.
fourth and final. The fourth and final reason.
Well,
I'd say
thanks
that-
for
yeah, I'd say
joining.
it's valid.
That was a good episode. We'll see you all next time.
Play the
We'll see
outro.
y'all in
Outro
season
music.
3.
Roll outro.
Outro music starts. Playing.
Actually do that. Actually do that.
We'll see y'all in season 3. Thanks so much.
All right. So. Now
So
what?
what first topic was haven't done this in so long.
No,
Don't know how to
what
do this.
so, Mr. Geb, what's this season gonna look like?
That is a fantastic question.
What we got? What we
So-
happening? What's happening?
So here's the plan, right? It's the summer, and now I don't have school anymore. We all don't have school anymore. We've all made it through our first year of college, and we're feeling good. Let's go, boys. Get some applause.
Give
for
it up.
that.
Hell yeah.
Give it up.
So-
We didn't fail college.
We have not failed
Yet.
college yet, and I am very thankful about that, very happy about that. I've done a lot better than I thought I would. And the homies are still doing all right, and I'm proud of them, proud of myself. Everyone's doing good. But now it means I have no other reason to be preoccupied during the development cycle of this show. So, what that means
Yeah.
is that we have decided we will be doing weekly recordings for this season. Starting on today, the 29th of May, we'll be recording every week until sometime in August. There's a plan to be, I think, 12 episodes. Oh, I've got it written down. I forgot about that. Forgot I was being epic.
We've
Hang
come
on.
prepared, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I wrote it down a long time ago. Okay, yeah. It's a note called Times Like These Season 2 info. Okay. So, we have 12 episodes weekly, starting with the May 29th recording.
Hold up.
slated to be
12,
uploaded.
12 episodes total. 1 episode weekly.
What? Oh, yeah, that's what I
No,
meant.
12 episodes a week. What the
12
hell is that?
12 episodes for the next 12 weeks. A week per episode per week. The next 12 weeks. Fuck it, numbers, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Starting with today's recording to be uploaded this upcoming Friday, the 4th. And we're going to upload every Friday and record every Saturday, excluding any dates that may interfere. So, Jonah's got some stuff going on. We may have some stuff going on that will be coming up that we can't plan for. Life happens, you know. That's what this whole podcast is about. So when we get there, we'll figure it out. But you'll figure it out alongside us. We have, I don't want to say who they are yet, but we have at least 4 guests slated for this season of content. Maybe 5, but we'll see how it goes. And with the plan is we'll have a guest every 3 episodes, starting with episode 2 next week. We plan on getting someone who we will not say yet. We will talk about after the podcast. And then it'll be the 2nd, the 5th, the 8th, and the 11th episodes of the season. Unless we have 5, and then we'll throw in another one in there somewhere.
And hint, his name rhymes with Jacob Lawlier. Our next guest.
Yes, we have Jacob Collier. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Megan
guest number
Markle.
6.
Moist critical. President Barack Obama.
Mark Fishbach. And so, those
Harvey
are the...
Weinstein.
Hillary
Those
Clinton.
are the
There's a few name drops for that.
So those are essentially the main goals. We have a couple like small things here and there that are still being in development. I keep talking about there's nothing getting in my way. The main thing getting in my way is me. Once I get off my ass and figure out how to use Photoshop and do things a lot better, there will be significant improvements to the production of this show. So, I can't say expect big things, but just expect something.
Expect big things.
Expect big things. Fuck it.
Expect Geb-sized things.
Damn straight.
Ginormous things.
Canonically
Canonically taller than Thanos type things.
Damn straight. We have a couple different ideas for content stemming outside of the podcast as well. So not only will you have if this all comes to fruition, not only will you have the weekly episodes of the podcast, but every now and then we'll be able to sprinkle in a little bit of extra season 2 content. Maybe it's something that we want to try and do in person, or maybe it's something that we want to try and do relating to things that we enjoy that we think could be contained in one little like snippet of maybe like 10 minutes or so, or 30 minutes, or something shorter than the podcast. We don't entirely know what the development for that is going to be, but we know it's something that we're looking into that we think could be really cool. So keep an eye out for anything that is not labeled Times Like These number 7 or 8 or 33 or whatever the fuck. So just keep an eye out. But we also don't know
The special sauce, if you will.
the special sauce. We'll figure it out as we go along. And we're also going to do one thing that I want to make sure to do a lot is this is going to be promoted a lot more, right? So when this was first being developed, and I mentioned it in the last episode with Peter, I treated the first season as a pilot season, right? Just to try and see a good field of a good range of how things were going to work. So now that we're all, I feel like, more confident in Times Like These and what we're doing, we're going to be promoting it more. We're going to be throwing it out there to people, to places, to things, to nouns. And we're going to be making sure that people who want it have access to it. People who want to know what we're up to that haven't talked to us in a while, hell, check out Times Like These. So we're going to be making sure that that's done a lot more. And that's the main thing. Yeah, subtle changes, but I have written down that I plan on making clips of the season 1 content as season 2 goes along. That's an idea I had in my head. Depending on how much time that I have, that's why it was kind of the last thing I wanted to throw in here. Depending on how much time I have after working on these episodes and the extra content we do, I want to edit down, for YouTube specifically, like a highlights or clips channel or like series about the content from season 1 episodes.
MLG compilation of season 1.
Basically, we're gonna have epic gamer trick shots in our podcast. You're gonna see it here. But just, clipping memorable moments so people have like easy access to it instead of having to look through a whole podcast. If they want it, of course. But if they want to sit through the whole podcast, then as always, we'll be here. So that's the main thing.
Sweet.
All right.
So yeah.
Oh.
So
I've done a lot of talking
how's
already.
how's
Enough with
summer,
business.
guys? How's summer
How is
been? How's
summer?
summer looking? Right now it's looking cold.
How's summer been / looking for you, Nilo?
Right now it's looking cold. It's in the 50s today for some reason.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bro, it feels
Yeah,
good.
no, it's
Yeah.
cold. I had to wear full sleeve going out. Yeah.
It's great because I have
Tawny
no
Phil
summer
looking
clothes.
at said there's 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh my god, it is in its 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it.
90s yesterday.
Yeah, it's almost June. But summer be looking hella free.
Yeah, for sure.
For better or for worse. Lack of productivity is going to be easy.
It already has been easy for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already, how many weeks has it been? Finals were over a month ago.
It's been about a
And-
month since I moved back. So yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
about
it
like
doesn't.
three or
It
4
flew
weeks.
by already. It flew by.
Yeah.
And it's going to
Yeah.
continue flying by.
It feels
Unless
like
we
just
pull a
last week I
Phineas
moved
and
back.
Ferb on their ass. Make the best out of each day.
That's the goal.
Yeah, carpe diem. Seize the day. Summer belongs to you.
Aglet.
I've got squirrels in my pants.
Eglet.
Vanessa was hot.
Damn straight.
Herb was pulling.
Ferb
Ferb
was
was
dripping.
pulling.
Ferb was pulling. I mean, Ferb deserved to pull though. Well,
Gab,
summer
how's
for you
your
guys.
summer looking?
My summer's looking basically the same as Lob's. Very, very free.
Plug what's going
Which-
on.
Is well, I mean, a lot of working on the podcast. I plan on working on my my own YouTube channel a lot more. I've been streaming again recently, and you guys were a part of that, and that was a lot of fun. Plan on doing that more.
Bet.
Yeah, I mean, hell, we might even. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas in the works, and I'm excited to be working on things that I want to be working on instead of just having them in the background all the time, So
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fun summer. I think it's going to be productive so long as I let it be. And we're going to see what happens. How about you, though?
How about you, Jonah?
You're the busiest one out of all of
Dude,
us,
my
though.
summer looking busy, bro. For the past month, I've been sleeping a lot, resting, practicing,
That's fair.
and in a week, I leave to go be on worship staff with Centrikid and Centrifuge Ministries for the next 8 weeks, and then I'm teaching band camps after that. So I'm busy, but we are chasing the bag, and we are doing what we love, and we are trying to be productive and trying to be happy, because that's all you can do.
Where it's at.
How's your summer looking, Brendan?
All right. I mean, not too different from Geb's. I was happy to
Seaman?
do stuff I want, bro.
Vermont.
Then we all got the same summer.
It's almost like we live pretty close to each other.
Yeah. It's almost like
And we have
in
nothing
on.
to do.
My address
It's almost
is
like my social security number is.
the last three of my social is 856.
I will start screeching again.
my social
You
security number
won't.
is the factorial of 2 point. I
Ugh,
Well, dope.
God. Are there any
so
personal goals that you have set for yourselves for the summer?
yes. Do some medical shit. Any
Okay, well,
medical
that's fair.
shit. Shadow some people. Just figure out what my plan is for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
At the very least. Because it takes quite a bit of planning. But I mean that's pretty much the main thing. Because if I don't figure that out, the stress is gonna eat up at me all summer, and then summer's gonna be done.
And it'll be like
That's a
really
big thing for
jarring.
me.
Yeah, it'll be like
Yeah.
really jarring for you to go into the next semester and not having like as much experience as you wanted to or something like that. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say my plans are honestly a little bit smaller. I just want to work on like content creation stuff, and also I want to get my license because I have
Yeah.
I have
Yes.
not done.
Yes.
Geb driver.
For those who don't know, they're cheering because I keep asking
Geb
them for
can't
rides.
So we have to
The rest
drive him
of us
everywhere,
can drive.
which is lovely until it's not.
Hey, you know what? I respect that. He's honest.
But the man has to go do some grocery shopping, and sometimes he ain't
Yeah.
got the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're like me, you never have a Geb-sized car.
That too.
Yeah, you know, he's honest and he's entirely right. And I'm tired of being the guy who always has to get a ride from people. It's fucking awkward. It's cringe. It's cringe as fuck. I'm living a cringe lifestyle in a based world. And I need to fix that. So I'm going to.
Based. You're right, it is based.
Woo!
Based on you having 0 bitches. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. You know I have 0 bitches as well. But no, I remember one time in high school where like I was giving you a ride in my 1996 Toyota Corolla, license plate number KX. But
Christ.
it was you and 2 other people who were both significantly larger than me. And my car was legitimately like weighed down. Like it took more pressure on my accelerator for it to move.
I think
I remember that.
I think I remember
Yeah.
that too.
It was like after school.
Oh yeah, I was there too.
Or something.
Because we were both. Because I had to like sit on the other side, kind of, to
Yeah.
even out the suspension.
Yeah, and I would look into my rearview mirror, and I would just see like Geb's head blocking the entire like window. It was a short drive. We were like going to like a fast food place, but it was
Right.
memorable.
Absolutely.
Could barely hit 30.
I can't imagine. There's that one like huge slope leading up to my house that my old car the max it could hit on that slope was 30. I wonder what it would go if you guys were all like in my car.
And
while
just
going
start
over it.
slowly going backwards.
And just stop and just go down again.
God. What about you, Jonah? What are some personal goals outside of like the stuff you're going to be doing over the summer?
Yeah, personal goals are just like improve the skills that I have, and then just like I want to get back into a routine of things, you know? Because
Mhm.
like beginning of both semesters, I was super organized. I was waking up super early and everything, and like doing all this stuff, and then it degrades as the semester goes on, you know?
Right.
Which is totally normal because that's how it is. Things pile up and life happens. But this next semester, I would like to just like keep coasting the whole time, you know? And I've been getting pretty good at it. Like recently, I've been waking up pretty early every single day. But the problem is, I'm not getting the sleep to support it at night.
That's a problem.
Like I'm still waking up at 8 or 9 in the morning, but I'm going to bed at like 3.
Sounds like high school.
We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Yeah, we're gonna fix that because that's not sustainable in a long period of time.
You know,
But yeah, overall, just like self improvement and betterment, and just like organization would be my biggest things.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how
about you,
much I
Brennan?
like. Oh,
Oh,
No, go ahead, Neil.
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much I like want an actual routine on about certain things. Because certain things you need a routine, obviously, like going to the gym and shit, like other stuff like schoolwork. But we're not in school right now. But like, I I have this problem where I get bored of everything very easily all the
Yeah.
time. So if I stick to a routine every day, I'm gonna get bored of everything very fast. I guess another goal is just be more spontaneous, just go out and do more stuff.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been trying to find that balance between being spontaneous and being planned, and
Yeah.
I feel like I try to have it so much, but I fail to do it. It's something I shoot for
Yeah.
and then never really achieve. Just because it starts getting, oh, we're doing a lot of spontaneous stuff. Oh, well, I'm getting stressed out because people in my house need plans all the fucking time. But then
Yeah.
I try and be planned, and then it doesn't work for people who are spontaneous because they just want to do things. And if we try and plan something out, it clashes with their schedules. So I want to find
Yeah.
a better balance of that. I don't even really think about it that much.
It's difficult when my parents want me to know when I'll be home when I don't even know when I'm gonna be home.
Yeah.
What about you, Brendan? Just in general,
In general,
goals.
I want to bring up my musical skills up again.
Ooh.
Um,
I guess I should probably do that too.
yeah,
Same. I want to, honestly.
You got the time, boys. We'll do
I
it.
do.
Get in it.
But I have nothing to practice towards. That always makes it more difficult for me to actually get better.
Bro,
Practice
you got it.
towards what you want to achieve.
One thing is I've been reading this book. He's like, so he goes, so it's by Victor Wooten, who's a bass player. He's like, I always thought his facts like I'm just a bass player, and it's like it's because you're thinking that you're just a bass player. You have to think that you're a musician because you play music, and that the bass is a tool. Like a writer, isn't called a pen user because he writes with a pen. Pen is a tool for his writing.
It's an extension of your body.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just.
I like that.
Dude, you gotta let me borrow this book. when
Bro,
you're
it's
done,
high
bro.
because he's like music because he goes on like music is a language, and like how do you become such a pro at English? It's just you work with the pros and everything. It's like you talk to experts. It's like similar with music. You just have to apply the same way you learned your language to music.
I'm sorry. You're talking about books. I'm looking at my little. It's a very small bookshelf on my desk here. There's eight Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
Clearly, it started on Monday, rather. I got like a teen devotional Bible, then Pimp by Iceberg Slim or some other random book, fucking Macbeth, and then this book.
Wait, hold on.
I just have a
I found it.
fat
Jonah, I found it.
music.
I found them.
Them.
Oh no!
I'm bringing back your
I don't
PTSD.
even know if I have my copy.
Where's the tape?
What is that?
Bro, no, please.
The Beekeeper's
Oh no.
Apprentice?
Okay, so in
There's
middle
the tape. You
school,
see it?
we were reading The Beekeeper's Apprentice, and me and Neil were
We were
horsing
being-
around
we were
as you
being
normally do,
bunnies,
playing
horse
around, being little middle school boys, horse playing, and
Okay.
his copy of the book got caught in between a desk, and I don't remember who pulled it, but someone I
Search
think
you.
one of us pulled it and it ripped. It was probably me. I think it was me, and like the cover ripped off, and the teacher saw and got incredibly
He's
like
went
pissed at me.
apeshit.
Gotcha.
Incredibly like just went ham. So I had to buy Neelob a new book,
But the
and now
thing
he
is-
has two
yeah,
copies of the Beekeeper's
which I will
Apprentice.
never. You'd need to use even one of them. But like, the thing is, immediately after it happened, she fixed it. It was just the cover, first of all.
Taped it
Yeah.
together.
And she taped it like perfectly together.
Yeah, that's
there's
a very
point in
middle
getting
school thing.
another one. Yeah.
Oh.
And then she found out that I played music and I was her favorite student. So I gotta pull that card out more.
Hey,
often.
I think just the group we sat with in English were her favorites.
Yeah.
Because she would just like let us leave the classroom, just study, quote unquote.
Oh yeah.
There's oh, I
It's, like,
remember.
sit outside and stuff.
I remember a funny story that would probably make some kids in that class angry. So one of the last things we had to do, like our final project, we had to write this story with a bunch of imagery. And then we would have to present it in front of the class. So I went to Cummins Falls the day before it was due. And I made it back super late and I was exhausted, so I slept. I realized it. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to write this thing. And I was too tired to just do it then. So I was like, I'll just pretend to be sick tomorrow and just not go and write it. So I did that. I faked sick while everyone had to present their stuff. I stayed home all day. I wrote it, did all the stuff. Came to school the next day. She's like, get ready to present your imagery thing. I was like, okay. This is also when I was like fat, scared of public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as I was in elementary school, but still pretty afraid. Which gladly that went away for me over the course of high school. But she's like, okay, get ready to present. She's just sitting there for a few minutes on the computer. I'm just like preparing myself mentally. And then after a few minutes, she's like, you know what? You don't have to present, just give it to me. I was like, fuck yeah, I got rewarded for skipping school and not doing the assignment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did something similar too.
Yeah, it's like one of the few cases where I get rewarded for not doing my work. The other case is when signing up for dorm rooms for college. I got rewarded for signing up late because a better dorm room opened up. That kind of shit.
That's the kind of stuff. It's like, why do I feel bothered not procrastinating? It just has such.
Exactly. If I can get rewarded for it.
That's crazy.
That's like me racing to the parking garage at like my class is at 8. I'm at the parking garage at 7:58, and like I'm running late. There's no parking, and then all of a sudden one dude just leaves, and it's like, this is miraculous. I have the best spot in the parking garage.
The work of
Exactly.
God.
Showed up
I
2
need
minutes before class.
Exactly.
But the problem is, whenever that doesn't happen, you gotta go up 4 flights and park at the top. So I don't know. It's not something that you can do every day.
What are we talking about?
Goals for the summer, in a sense.
Oh yeah.
I think we just covered. Did you mention your goals? You said you wanted to be musical, Brendan. Like you wanted to improve your.
I also want to get into some of this content creation stuff because I've been procrastinating that shit.
Join me.
E-boy Brendan's coming to full fruition.
I got the lights and shit. I got everything I need, really. I just got to do it.
You got the voice too.
Have you guys posted anything on the TikTok since that first post ever?
No, which is something I also need to work on because I said I was gonna do that and I haven't.
Yeah.
But it's like I just don't want to go through the hours of shit we have.
That's why I'm thinking.
Because I don't remember everything.
Neither do I.
Well, at this point, I feel like it's too late to go back to season 1 because I don't remember anything anymore.
Well, that's kind of the main reason why I want to make the clip stuff. I still have. Not only do I have the original recordings, I think, but I also have like the finished videos as files on my computer. So that's why I'm going to go through and try and make those clips. And hopefully with the making of those clips, that'll help you with the TikTok stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because then you just put some of those clips up, put a caption, put some hashtags.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Speaking of racing,
Oh,
yeah, so, because Jonah mentioned racing, so something really fucking, it's not really that big in hindsight because it's
huge. It's gigantic.
Okay, it is pretty big.
Don't undersell it.
So, I don't know how many people paid attention. I know you guys did because I told you about it, but the sport, loosely, the sport NASCAR had a driver that was sponsored by popular YouTube comedy duo SuperMega. And can I just say, that blew my fucking mind because I didn't think that was possible, and I don't think really anyone did. Because you're blending these two worlds that usually don't interact with each other. You think of like modern YouTubers or people who are like millennials or Gen Z are shitting on NASCAR because it's like, oh, it's just cars driving left the
Driving
whole
in
fucking
a
time.
circle.
Yeah, they're driving in a circle. They're wasting gas, killing the environment. What the fuck happens? Risking their lives whenever they crash into a wall. But then there's a fusion of the minds, the best of both worlds. A driver is sponsored by one of the most notable comedy groups on the platform. And their back fucking bumper says, yep, you just got passed. Matt Watson and Ryan McGee, rich YouTubers. And it's a picture of them pointing at the guy and laughing.
Laughing.
And the worst part, that race just finished up because that happened today. That race just finished up like a little bit before we started this episode or like started trying to record. That car fucking crashed in the last 20 minutes of the race. So it's a little bit ironic. But
I think he got like
remains.
29th place or something.
29th? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the best, but
It's not
probably
last.
better. Yeah, it's better than I thought that he was going to do, honestly. But it's still
I mean, yeah.
revolutionary. Because you're fusing... A lot of times you see celebrities and big-name people in big-name industries coming to YouTube. They see that as their platform of choice. But now you've got SuperMega, the platform that everyone's like approaching now, approaching a platform that people don't even like think about anymore because it's been on the decline for so long. And I don't really know the effect of it at this point, like statistically, but I would think that's gotta boost both numbers, right? You're introducing the NASCAR audience, these fucking like dudes going out watching races and shit, stereotypical like redneck audience you usually think,
Yeah.
being introduced to these two guys who just laugh at dick jokes on the internet, but at the same time you've got that entire
One of the two,
what's up?
two of the greatest pioneers in mom jokes.
Absolutely. Making some of the best content on the platform. But then you have their audience coming over to a sport that was like, they're checking out NASCAR because now they have creators that are involved with it and they care about that. So, this is a huge fucking deal to me. I used to love NASCAR as a kid. I was a little fucking dork with all my little model cars. It was amazing. It was a much better time.
You got the big thing, like plastic like wheel with all your Hot Wheels in there.
2, 3, no, because one of them was full of. I got 2 tubs of just that you would usually put like leftover stuff in, like cookies or something.
Yeah,
it's just full of NASCARs, the little die model cast cars, like die cast models. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. They're like a 1:19 ratio, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I've got 2 whole things of those, and then I also have one of those handle boxes, but I got that recently. Recently compared to other things I've gotten. But yeah, no, I was a little nerd. You could ask like my dad. It used to be like we would watch NASCAR races all the time, and I'd have them out. My old carpet, I think it's the same carpet. It used to be. I used to look at its design like, oh, it's a racetrack. So I'd line up the cars on the screen in order of how they were, like in the actual positions. And my dad wouldn't even look at the screen to check who's in what position. He'd look at the floor and be like, oh, okay, that's where they are. Okay, cool. So yeah. I was a little fucking dweeb as a kid, but that was still a very nice part of my childhood. One of the only parts I can remember, actually. So.
No, I would definitely rather watch this race than any fight Jake Paul has ever been in.
Exactly. Because that's the other thing too. It's so hard to like have bias in that or have any sort of like interference, or like bribery. With Jake Paul and another fighter, it's just the one dude and then a referee versus Jake Paul. Or working with Jake Paul. You never know. But seeing how his fights have turned out, I'd think working with him. But you didn't hear that from me. But then you have 43, I'm pretty sure, 43 total cars on that track One of them is sponsored by a YouTube group. Then you have the pit crew of all of those cars, which is like 8 to 10 guys, I'm pretty sure. I can't even remember at this point. And like the people, commentating in the booth, the fucking judges they have making sure everything's like legal or whatever the fuck. It's wild. There's such a production to NASCAR that goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
Do you have
So then, what
NASCAR
are we
a
getting in
chance,
NASCAR?
It sounds like
When
these
we-
guys
on the hood.
When we start having
Sounds
the
like these
money to
NASCAR, bro.
sponsor anything.
Yeah, we gotta put Silento on the hood too.
You already know who
That's
passed
yeah,
you.
that's the decal on the back. Yeah.
You already know. I don't feel like
Just
we
so
can have
excellent.
Silento on a sponsored vehicle legally, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, no. In every like interview they did as well, they were calling themselves like trendsetters and going through, and like people always try and copy us, so we're happy to be setting the trend here, and it's like
Yeah, no,
damn.
they don't even. It's crazy. They don't even have 1 million subscribers yet, but like they are still like super influential.
I thought they had 1 million already.
I
don't think
they
so.
do.
I think it's like 800K.
Let me check. I
But yeah,
thought
but
they were-
they've been super influential because they've like been with like Markiplier and Game Grumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus they've had like several of their videos reach at least 1 million views.
Yeah, no,
They don't have
their
none.
Club Penguin video is one of my favorite YouTube videos. Plus, just all their live action vlogs are incredible.
Exactly.
Their
I
videos get
used
like
to-
millions of views, but they don't
Yeah.
have 1 million.
They're at 891K subs.
Yeah.
So a channel that's honestly relatively small for the platform, making this big of an influence on real life sporting events.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It may seem small, but the possibility here is fucking monumental. It's cataclysmic even, because we don't know what's going to happen from here. I don't know. I'm fascinated by it. So
No, yeah,
that's my
definitely.
input
Like
for that.
I was a fan of Game Grumps until I learned about SuperMega and realized like, oh, this is way better version of Game Grumps.
Yeah.
This is like Game Grumps.
It's just
for
Game
fun.
Grumps but better. Yeah. Plus, their music videos are also great. What's the
Yes.
last one? What was the last one where it's like the boy and his dad? There's I forget what the name was.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic music video. Fantastic music video. Definitely user friendly.
But yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah, anyway.
Gabe, you're really gushing there. Anything else to gush about? Like video games, perhaps?
Beautiful transition,
Speaking of,
Elon.
things you did in your childhood.
Well, honestly, like, some of my favorite video games as a kid. So, you can't really see it, but over here in my new setup, I have, like, 3 of the consoles that I had when I was growing up. The 4th one was a Wii, but I think I gave that to my sister. I have, like, a PS2, a PS4, and an Xbox 360. And those 3... and the Wii, those 4 consoles changed my life. Like, I grew up playing, like, Guitar Hero games on the PS2, and now I'm the little fucking dork that plays Clone Hero on his computer with a little Rock Band controller with Bluetooth. So I do that all the time, and I've learned so much about music, and it's awesome. And just the memories of going through and playing songs and learning about them, and like having games that were broken, and my cousin trying to get me a copy of Guitar Hero Rocks the 80s, but it's only a little case that has a fucking wristband in it. Like, that, I still have that fucking wristband too, I'm pretty sure. So, like, it's those games for sure were influential. Absolutely. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna be backwards on my camera. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
So I'm pretty sure I wore it for a little bit. But yeah, no. So I still have this and the memories that came with it, and like those controllers back there. I used to get like injured at school because I would try and recreate shit that I saw in Guitar Hero. When I say I was a dork, I'm not over exaggerating. There used to be a scar on my elbow because I was jumping backwards in the style of one of the characters and fucking like fell back and ate shit. It was but funnily enough, like there were 2 NASCAR games that I played. It was like NASCAR 06 and 08. That defined my childhood. I played NHL 06. That was one of them on the PS2. The Curious George video game. That's where it's at. I don't remember if I ever even beat that game, but I remember getting pretty far. I wish I could see him from here. Oh, the ATV Off-Road Fury series?
Yes.
Bro, that's where it's fucking at right there. You want to talk anything about, like, sports racing games? That's where it's fucking at. Those games went hard. The 4th one sucks, but we don't talk about that. And, I used to have Sonic Unleashed.
Bro,
I did too, bro.
I did too. I still have it, bro.
I had it on 360.
I had it
for Wii.
I had it on my PS2, but
We all had it on different stuff.
It's nice to know we all had it. That makes me feel a lot better.
And what do you mean?
I really liked it as a kid. Everyone shat on it.
Like you could run fast as fuck and destroy shit as a werehog.
Yeah, werehog, which linguistically doesn't make sense because the were part of werewolf means human. So it's a human hedgehog, human hog. But yeah, no, you could. The daytime sections were fast as fuck, and then the werehog sections. If I'm being honest, I was a little pussy when I was a kid.
Yeah,
they
spooky.
kind of scared me. It was spooky because it was like all dark and shit. But the boss fights as the werehog, I remember the boss fights. You get fight like a big phoenix and stuff.
So I've got some tragic news because I remember not getting far in that game because when I was a kid, I had little gamer brain still. I was born a gamer, right? So I would play the game, and I remember getting really bad migraines from playing it. Because I'd sit in front of the screen and play it, and it'd be hurting my head all the time. And eventually my parents were like, maybe you need to get a new game. Let's trade a game that you have with your cousin. And I was like, I don't really want to, but if it's for my health, then okay. So he got Sonic Unleashed for the PS2, and I got Charlie and the fucking Chocolate Factory, which I didn't even know was a game. Significantly harder than Sonic Unleashed is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Shit's so hard. I never beat that game, barely even played it because I was so upset. That shit riddles my memory.
Up Jonas back.
Yo.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I'd say the last one that was like for that console, at least for the PS2, Battlefield Modern Combat. That was the only. Oh no, there was Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, which was like, there was no multiplayer on it because it was a PS2 and you could only do like LAN parties. But the main gimmick about that was you would spawn into these missions and you could hot swap between characters by pressing like square. And each character had like different abilities and shit that they could do. It was kind of cool in hindsight, but I really sucked at it as a kid. And the other other FPS game I played a lot as a kid was Medal of Honor European Assault. That shit, like, I can remember it so clearly, playing that game and it being a laggy mess because it was a scratched up, fucking scratched as fuck to hell and back disc. But it was so much fun. I wish I could play it again. So yeah, there's my PS2 gamer gush, I guess. What about you, Nilab?
Me? Okay. So I didn't have any like the. I have like most of the major consoles now, except for PS5. Like I have Xbox, PS4,
So fun.
Switch, and the 3DS that Geb gave me for graduation. Thank you for that.
Of course.
I got a good use out of it. But when I was a kid, all I had was a Wii and DS. I didn't have any like real consoles.
Hmm.
So what was the first video game I ever played was a Spider-Man plug and play.
Yes, the plug and plays. Hold up, the
Yeah.
plug and
Completely
plays.
forgot about plug and
I
plays.
still have a SpongeBob plug and play. They
Dang.
were honestly like for plug and plays, they were pretty good, especially the Spider-Man
Plug
one.
and plays were the shit.
Yeah,
Plug
no, the
and plays
Spider-Man
were
was just
something
you could-
else.
It was like a beat 'em up, but you climb in the buildings in the background, go on top, and find someone else that's on. It was lit. But um, so did I get the Wii first or the DS first? I think I got the Wii first. So everyone has good memories from Wii Sports. You'd be
Oh, of
hard pressed
course.
to find someone who doesn't.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Okay, so it was really when I got my DS that shit started to get real. There's a DSi with a camera. So I got the game that harbors the most nostalgia for me, which is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
Oh, that's where it's at.
That game was the fucking shit. Objectively, even now, like nostalgia aside, that game is still fantastic. It's a little RPG. You can play Mario and Luigi, but you can also play Bowser. And it's great. It was fantastic. Story was surprisingly dark for some reason. Soundtrack was fantastic. It was like Mario with the Final Fantasy soundtrack. Yeah, it was great. It was like most RPGs you just push a button, wait to attack. This one you had to like time it right. And the mini games,
Yeah.
oh my god, mini games were fantastic. Super good. Yeah. Still one of my favorite games. I've that's the game I've beaten the most amount of times in my life. And what else? Lego Batman for the DS.
Oh, yes. I completely forgot Lego Batman for the PS2.
Yeah, I forget what it was the other day. I don't know if it was like you get, but like I heard a sound effect. Something is like that sounds like some sound effect from Lego Batman.
I
Like-
think I remember that.
I have a
remember
story.
seeing
I have a
it.
story. Whenever.
Wait your turn. Wait your turn.
Yeah. No.
I'm forgetting what I did have a lot of games that there was some like Ben 10 game I was big into where you could turn into like all the aliens. It was also for the DS.
Right.
And then another very big one is Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
That one still one of my favorite games because it's Super Mario Galaxy.
Hmm.
I got it again from the All Stars thing that Nintendo put out because my Wii is down right now.
Right.
But the soundtrack makes me still emotional because it was great.
When did that game come out?
2007.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then the second
It's
one
been
was
14 years.
the second one was 2010, I think.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I would
remember-
be
It
so
feels like it
happy.
still came out yesterday. Fuck.
Exactly. And
I'm
I'm be honest, I haven't even played the second one.
Oh, the second one's so good.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm-
It's funny. I got the second one before I got the first one. I got the first one off of an old friend of mine. But I had the second one first and was like, this is fucking awesome. And got the
Mhm.
first one and was like, this is somehow even better. What is going on? So yeah.
I know, dude. Yeah, fantastic game. Specifically, like if you know Gusty Garden Galaxy theme, everyone's heard that theme at some point in their lives. That gets me instantly. It's great. There was the fucking cutscene at the end when you like beat the final boss. Bowser's fucking dying on a lava planet. That always scared me as a kid. What else did I have? New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. Also one of the first games I ever played.
Mhm.
Fantastic 2D platformer. Although I don't really think about it too much now. But then eventually my parents got me an Xbox One, like in middle school, 6th grade, and they finally were like, okay, you can play rated M games now. So I got a Batman Arkham Knight, which
Yes.
even then, like the Batmobile got tedious to use, like the tank battles and stuff, and the story wasn't good. It wasn't that good, like militia for some reason. But the gameplay, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
just, I'm not gonna say the infamous phrase. You know, you probably know what I'm talking about, Geb. That everyone makes you feel like,
Batman. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But like, first of all, like the melee combat, like there's never anything too special, but it was so fluid. But the big thing was like the Predator combat, like the stealth gameplay.
Yes.
It was insanely good. So many different options you had to tackle stuff. And even then, like since it was the first rated M game I played, uh, the Batmobile I was fine with. I wasn't good at controlling it because I just generally suck at racing games. So I wasn't good at driving cars in any video game.
Speaking of
Speak
racing
of the devil.
Speaking of cars.
Yeah, I know that was
Which-
right next to my window.
that sound just clicked as soon as I remembered a game. You said racing games. That completely made me forgot a game that, like, I was listing off a lot of like games that I loved before. One of my all-time favorite games, Need for Speed Underground on the PS2.
Oh.
You want to talk about a baller fucking racing game? That's where it's at, man. Just a classic early 2000s street racing. There's nitrous in your car that just works. The soundtrack's fucking incredible. Oh my god, I want it. I want it back. And I'm sorry, I could be talking about games forever, but I keep remembering games that I grew up with.
I mean, I assume like once we get through the nostalgic part, we can get to like games we love now. Because there was still stuff I wanted to talk about that technically doesn't fit in the nostalgia thing.
Of course.
But what the hell was that? What game was I talking about just now? Batman.
Yeah.
So and I hadn't played any of the Batman games before this. Arkham Knight was the first one I got. So loved it. Loved flying around Gotham City and stuff. Story, even then, I could tell it was pretty stupid. But I don't know. It was just super cool. I beat it several times because also back then my parents wouldn't let me like buy video games too often. So to deal with that, I would just have to replay and like 100% the games I did have. The one thing that stuck out to me then was that there were no boss fights, and I was a sucker for boss fights in video games. Still am. Trying to think what else gives me nostalgic feel to look back on. Honestly, I think that's like the main ones. I might think of something later. If it is, it'll probably be for Wii or DS. But right now, that covers everything I want to talk about. So, Jonah.
We're talking about games from our childhood.
Yeah, nostalgic games.
Okay, well, all right. So first, before I had anything, I had a DS. So I played a bunch of DS games. Of course, the number one nostalgic game for me ever will just be any Pokemon game, especially like Emerald,
Pokemon Black,
Platinum. Go ahead.
Still,
Pokemon
the only
Black is
Pokemon
fantastic.
game I've ever played. Don't flame me for that.
All fine. I mean, you like what you
but
like,
it was
bro.
I really liked that game. Still not into like random encounters, but like that game did that. I don't know. There's a certain charm to it, like the music, the gyms. Yeah, really liked it. All my friends had in elementary school had that game, which brings back another memory. Sorry, I know I'm kind of trying.
Go ahead.
Another reason I'm so nostalgic for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is because I lived in a small town in Ohio. All the kids on my bus to school had that game, including me. For some reason, that game was huge in my town. like everyone had it. They'd be like asking like, "How'd you get past this part?" Because we were stupid kids who didn't know how to get past easy parts in games back then. We weren't gamer enough yet. So that was back even when like my older sister was into
Battle.
video games. Yeah, it was great. And like Nintendo chat as well, the Picto chat.
Oh yes.
The chat.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So like a lot of Pokemon games. I spent like countless hours of my childhood just like playing Pokemon games. The soundtrack is like super influential because all the soundtracks are just
Lavender Town.
fantastic orchestration, beautiful, incredible. It's all it's all great. I remember playing. No, the first video game thing I ever played was on the Game Boy. I played like the original Green. It was just like fantastic, and that was the first video game I ever played. So then I got Wii. All the Legend of Zelda's played. Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. All of it is just like Legend of Zelda's great, and then Halo. A bunch of Halo games. Got an Xbox. Started playing a bunch of Halo, Battlefield, all the Call of Duties. But not because I enjoyed playing Call of Duty. Because I was the kid that could never play Call of Duty whenever everyone was actually playing Call of Duty. So to make up for it, I was just like play Call of Duty when it wasn't cool, you know?
Yes.
It was like wasn't as fun. Assassin's Creed, dude, Brotherhood, Black Flag, it's all great. They're all super nostalgic. And then all the Wii Sports. All the Wii Sports.
Oh, my
Skylanders, dude! I played so much Skylanders.
I had
Skylanders.
Skylanders.
I
Hold
did
up.
play so much. Every time I go back home, I see
all
the
I had was
bin of just all the
Skylanders.
Skylanders that I have.
Giants.
I need to
That's the
sell
one.
that
That's the
stuff,
first one I
bro.
got.
I had Skylanders. I had Skylanders Giants. I had Skylanders Trap
What?
Force. Dude.
Damn.
The ones where you can like
Oh,
take
yeah, I
them
only got the
apart and
first
like
one.
mix
Yeah,
them
the
together.
good stuff.
Yeah, dude. I went ham. I went ham on Skylanders, bro.
Now, once you couldn't use the
All
same
money
photos,
I
I
ever
was
made from
done.
like doing chores just went straight into buying them. Yeah. You had to like buy
Really?
separate portals and
It's like,
stuff.
I can't use the same portals. What the fuck?
Like Skate 3.
I like the Infinity more.
Yeah,
Actually. Nah. Cash grab.
yeah.
Yeah.
Skate 3.
Skate 3.
Skate 3.
Skate 3 is pretty great.
This is where I have to butt in. I was not a Skate 3 kid. I was a Tony Hawk kid. I grew up.
Okay,
Fuck out. Get that.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to bring up earlier.
Yeah, leave.
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier. I grew up on
Skate 3, dude.
I grew up on Tony Hawk's Underground 2 and Proving Ground, and those games were fucking incredible. It just like felt really easy to go through and a lot of fun. I was just like, oh man, combos can flow so well. But nowadays I see people still playing like on the PC. There's a mod someone made, like community mod. People are just flying around like fucking space alien. I don't understand, man. It's wild what they can do. But
Yeah.
I always had a blast with it back in the day. You're thinking about Call of Duty,
And then-
though, like in Halo,
Yeah.
is exactly how I was as well. Like Black Ops 2 was awesome, but I got it after like Ghosts had released. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I played it all super late because I felt like I was missing out. And then I played the games and I was like, I'm not missing anything. It's not insane. It was still super fun. Like it's super nostalgic. Destiny is a huge one, dude. The original
Oh,
Destiny
yeah.
game, that like it just rocked my world for such a long time because I wanted an Xbox for a really long time and I got one. I got a 360 pretty late. And like as soon as I got it, I remember before I even got the Xbox, dude, I was already planning fire teams. I was planning like everything. I had my setup. I was a freaking hunter with the I had everything set up already, never even got an Xbox yet. And as soon as I got it, it was just grind. And I love games where you just have to grind for stuff. Like it's so fun because it's so time consuming. I can't play any of that right now, but like back in the day when that was all I enjoyed doing. That was super fun.
It
And
was
then,
just
like,
get to that grinding
what else?
mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Well, earlier whenever Neil was talking about Lego Batman, I had a story.
Oh, yeah.
So during the semester, I was in a music history class, and like, the teacher was on a Zoom meeting, and this class it's the biggest class I've ever been on Zoom. You guys probably had bigger classes, but it was like a 70-person class on Zoom. But like, because most of my classes are in person, so I never have to deal with all the massive like 250-person classes and everything. But like, anyways, we were listening to some random symphony by some composer that I probably should know the name of, but she was playing it, and it was a violin concerto or something.
and she was like, everyone put in the chat adjectives that you would use to describe this, and people were like, daunting, lonely, sad, heart-wrenching, draining, emotional, gut-wrenching. And then someone just puts, this gives off mad Lego Batman 2 vibes. And then it's just violin playing, and then it's like and then it's just people kept putting in like all these actions, and then the same person was like just imagine going through the dark Gotham City.
Well, did it sound like that?
No, it's just someone playing violin. So then it was just a meme that like every time she did that, we would put in like a different Lego game. Speaking of which, Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
The
I didn't
complete
actually
saga,
have that
if you
one.
will.
I had Lego Batman. I had Lego The Hobbit,
I didn't have. I really didn't
Yeah,
have
the
any
Lego-
Lego games.
and then Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Yes, I had that.
That was
one.
that was a
Nice.
great one. That was a great one.
A lot of the nostalgic games that I remember playing, I'd play at a friend's house. Like,
Yes.
I'd go up the neighborhood and like go play like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and fucking Lego Star Wars, and like I'd go across the street and we'd play Skylanders and Sonic Colors on the dude's Wii, and it was like that.
Oh yeah,
that's
you guys
what I
have
remember.
fun.
I had like
Oh, yeah,
one
barely,
friend.
barely.
You just have one friend who gets whatever he wants, so you get whatever you want.
I had
You just match
that.
them.
The main thing for me would be like the sword fighting game in Wii Sports Resort. That kind of
Oh
that was
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I know someone recently who liked that game.
I think he preferred the golf game.
Huh? Right, Brendan?
I
Right,
really
Brendan?
prefer golf. And just the first few holes, just kind of.
Yeah, just you know,
We were like, yo,
video.
we were like,
video.
yo, let's play some Wii golf. He was like, heck yeah, that sounds
It was a
great.
late night, okay?
That's just one player.
It was a lit
It was
night.
lit night.
Gamer subs kind of night.
I also a weird one for
Game
me.
or so, bro. They
in
were
the
here.
ones that you played with your friends. A weird one for me is I had Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
That was
Yup.
weird.
Yup.
I remember wanting that game.
What was
I
that?
haven't-
I never played it. I just
It
thought-
was
I
weird,
like,
but I
is
enjoyed
happening here?
Mario and Sonic
Made
at
a-
the Olympic Winter Games went fucking hard, dude.
I
don't
remember
know
setting
why.
a world record for the swimming, world record, quote unquote, according to the game.
Same with the Wii Sports. Every time, world record, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hold up. Fruit Ninja, bro.
Fruit Ninja.
So I play Fruit Ninja. I'm in the top 1% of players for Fruit Ninja on the Xbox Connect. You guys ever play Fruit Ninja
Yeah.
on Connect, bro? That stuff is fun. I'm in the top 1%
Passion
on
fruit,
Xbox
I think.
360, bro. And then my mom's on the like crazy on.
Bro, yeah,
the,
you just
like,
brought back
app.
the app
so-
stuff. Like,
What are you saying?
Where's My Water, the Disney app, fucking
Oh god.
Temple Run,
Jetpack Joyride?
Jetpack Joyride,
Temple Run.
yeah.
Jetpack Joyride. Oh my, Jetpack Joyride is the
Joyride.
shit.
Because I played that when I was in India.
Only reason
The
I
first
really
time
liked
that
that
I
was the
went.
power ups in the game, where you can like turn into a dragon and stuff, and like teleport
Yeah.
her. And then there's a cut the rope.
Yeah.
Cut the rope.
I remember Cut the Rope.
Angry
Angry
Birds.
Angry
Angry Birds.
Oh.
Angry Birds Star Wars. Angry Birds 2.
Angry Birds
Angry Birds the movie.
Angry Birds Star Wars.
Angry Birds Rio, Angry Birds Seasons. There was a whole bunch of
Yeah.
fucking
I
Angry Birds
remember
games.
both of them.
Angry Birds trilogy.
Angry Birds I had the Angry Birds trilogy on my fucking 3DS. I gave it to Neelob.
I had it on my
Oh,
Xbox,
yeah, you
bro.
Scribblenauts.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Scribblenauts.
Oh no.
I remember. Okay,
Scribblenauts is incredible.
I've got a story about Scribblenauts. Funnily enough,
Yeah,
I just
pirated
remembered it.
that game.
In like elementary school, I remember there was a classmate who mentioned it was like second or third grade. She'd always talk about playing Scribblenauts, and I was like, "What the fuck is a Scribblenaught?" And at one point, she meant like she'd talk about it all the time. And I said some weird, fucking dumb, stubborn kid thing like, "Never played it, never will." And I was feeling like, yeah, I'm confident about that, and I feel proud about saying that. Fast forward a few years, not only did I get Scribblenauts Unlimited for the 3DS, but I also got Scribblenauts Unmasked. Loved the fuck out of both of those games. So there's no way in righteous Christ that she's watching this, but if she is, You were right, and I was wrong.
I had like the app, and like on the title screen, you could like spawn wherever you wanted, just like basically like a sandbox, just like do whatever you felt like. So I would like spawn a bunch of like people and animals, and then spawn like Cthulhu and see how fast they would just massacre.
Yeah, I know. I did the same exact thing.
I watched PewDiePie play. And then I pirated some shitty version off of something.
Is there anything else, Jonah?
No, I don't think so. If we're talking about like video games we love now,
That's after we're going around.
this
There's
is just a
another
video
one.
game episode.
There's
bro.
another one I
Yo,
thought of when I was looking. This is what solidifies me as a nerd. Like none of this isn't gonna apply to anyone else. But there was a Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Wii game. it was a
I
was a
remember hearing about
chaotic-
that.
it was a first person shooter where you aimed with, like your Wii remote was the wand and you could like shoot different spells. But it was like surprisingly brutal. Like there wasn't blood, but it was like uncomfortable like what some of the spells was like do to people.
Huh. That sounds kind of
But, yeah.
fucking cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
You
it
could like
does.
it was like a cover shooter. So but you could like get behind. Have you guys like watched Harry Potter or like read it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
So you know what apparating is?
Yes.
Where you can like turn into like smoke and like teleport essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could like hide behind cover, then like apparate to cover like further ahead, and it'll just like petrify someone and like shoot this shield out so you don't get hit. And there were like boss fights and stuff, and it was cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, Brendan.
But
Bobby B.
Brendan, I'm excited
right.
for you.
So if we're going to like the very first, I think
Where did
I
I start?
had. I think my sister and I shared a lot of stuff. I think she got Game Boy Advance. What was it SP or something like that? Like the square ones. It was red, and we got like 3 games, and one was like Crash Bandicoot, Shrek, and something else. But man, Crash Bandicoot. That's where it started. I think that was the shit. I was not good at it because I was a small-brained baby gamer who couldn't get past one section, but it was fun.
I completely forgot about my Game Boy Advance. Holy shit. The one that was
Oh
like
yeah,
like a rectangle, but it had like the slide inward
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the side, like where you'd hold the bumpers. I completely fucking forgot about that. I wish I still had it.
yeah, and I think on the bus one time, I had like some Pokemon game just like slid and hit my foot. I'm like, ooh, I could use this. I slip it in because I had it at school. I would take it to school with me sometimes. We're on the bus.
Yeah.
I slipped it in like, yo, I can finally play a Pokemon game. I don't remember what it was. It was like yellow or something. It had a Pikachu. It really fucked up like the cartridge. But it was my first Pokemon experience.
I just remembered my DS case was a Pokemon Black and White DS case. Like it showed Zekrom and Reshiram on the cover, on like the top of my case. Anyways,
after the Game Boy, I got a PlayStation 2. Which is the first games on that was I think King Kong, like the movie game or whatever.
Black version.
The Jack Black version. So just running around. That was my first shooter, I think. Yeah. I think so. It was either that or the church we went to was like a Assembly of God. It was like kind of sketch, but they had like the Xbox and something else, and everyone would play Halo or Need for Speed. And those were my experiences with those. Fucking blew my little mind. Then a lot of my games that I got for PlayStation 2 was the one friend I had who just would get all the shit he wanted. Eventually, he got like an Xbox or something, so they made him sell all his PlayStation games and stuff. So it was like okay, I'll have them. And I got a shit ton from there. And then one of my sister's boyfriends at the time was getting rid of a bunch of his. And since I was always with my sister and all of her boyfriends like just gave me shit because I was very protective of my sister. So they always buy me with like a bunch of games. So that's how I got everything.
Nice.
So from him I got fucking Street Fighter, I got Metal Gear, I got Devil May Cry, which I played the shit out of, even though I had nightmares. And it took me so long to beat that game. But I think that was like one of the full like completionist games I've had. And I wish I could play it again, but it's so scratched up. What else? Shoot. I'm thinking. Oh, eventually I had to sell, or like my cousin from Costa Rica wanted to play some Game Boy games, so I still had my Game Boy. It said if you give your Game Boy to your cousin, whatever, we'll get you a Wii. So they got me a Wii. But then it's like my dad's like, well, what's all the cartoons and shit? Is like it's not realistic or anything. There's the Xbox, so they made us switch the Wii for an Xbox because the avatars or whatever were more realistic, and it had Netflix and everything. So, and it had the
Yo, we had
Kinect.
Netflix too.
I don't know. That was the argument at the time. I don't. Plus, it had Netflix. Well, not Netflix. It had the Kinect, which was cool because you didn't have to have a remote to play. And I'm frozen right now, but that's not the problem. uh, so yeah, and then what did I play on the 360? I also wanted to play Portal 2. This is another like classic. Later on, I had to like beg and plead and could do any form of convincing to have gold and GTA 5. And he's like, okay, he's like, you can have it, but whenever there's people over, you have to hide it. You can't play or anything. Yeah, just the box and everything because it was controversial.
Oh, right.
And everything because it's so realistic. There's killing and everything.
There's sex and murder.
Sex, the strip club.
Ah, boobies. I can't.
And like talking to strangers and everything online.
Oh yeah.
But I think I didn't have.
Those don't exist in the real world.
I didn't have like a good mic or like headset, so I'd be talking through the Kinect most of the time.
Yeah, no.
Um,
I remember that whole like, no, don't talk to strangers. That whole
Yeah.
scare, because that was the main reason why I didn't have many games on my 360. Was like I didn't. Well, that was why it took so long to get one of those games. Then I went over to my like sister's apartment and played on their like PS3 or whatever.
It's
And
like, yeah, I
"Man,
play all this stuff without you knowing. It's just
I wanted
Yeah,
to I wanted to do that, but like I had no opportunity. So the one time I went over, I played on her PS3 and was like, this is blowing my fucking mind right now.
yeah.
It's a
I
good
could
thing
kill
that
people now.
it's a good thing I didn't play any like multiplayer games with like voice chat with strangers when I was a young child, because the toxicity would have destroyed my little
Oh yeah.
thin-skinned child brain at that age.
For anyone planning on being a parent, don't give your kids the internet. That's not the play.
They're not.
The world
If there's
will
any
change your child.
is there anything else, Brendan?
Shoot. There was I had a Mac. Well, we had a family Mac, but I always took like all the computers and stuff because no one knew how to use it. So I had Gmod, I had Steam and everything. I remember playing what was it?
Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Trouble in Terrorist Town. And that was my main interaction with random people. This is very, very interesting experiences from that. True. I guess that's it. Yeah, as far as like nostalgic or like older games.
That does remind me a little bit of nostalgia. I never had. It took me years to get like my first computer, my first PC. But when I was a kid, I'd play on my mom's computer, and I'd go specifically to a site called OneMoreLevel.com. It was a Flash game site, and
Flash games, man.
yeah,
Holy.
that was
Oh, Flash games.
that. You want to talk about a staple of childhood development? That's where it was at. So it'd be like
Stickgames.com or something like that.
Bro,
they had,
addicting games. Mini
Addicting
clip.
games.
Mini clip.
I played a whole bunch of games back in the day, but one that I can like distinctly remember was a Flash version of Super Smash Bros. And it was Super Smash Flash, and it was so fucking cool.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I played that.
you'd be able to play, and like the first character, the first like challenger approaching thing, like new character you would unlock would be like I think Supersonic, and it was like whoa,
Yeah,
Sonic
it's
and
like-
Supersonic are separate
There's like
characters.
Sonic
What
and
the fuck?
Smash.
Yeah,
It's like
It's
2D
incredible.
Smash though, like sprites and stuff.
yeah, and that's
Oh,
what was so
yeah.
cool because I had Brawl for my Wii. It's like this is cool, but it's 3D and kind of gritty, and it's fun to play. But I don't have friends to play it with right now.
I was-
Then I get on my
I
computer
was
and get Super Smash Flash. That's some shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up when we were talking about Flash. I was gonna bring that up on my own because I thought of that.
Yeah, I
Is
had,
there
I
any
had Smash Melee on GameCube. That was like one of the 3 games I had for GameCube.
I had Brawl. I still have it. Gib, come over play.
Bet.
Yeah,
I never had any Smash games.
yeah, GameCube. I had Smash, Shark Tales, and Incredibles.
You guys ever play there's this Sonic RPG Flash game. There's like 10 episodes.
No,
Wait,
I
wait.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Yes, and you could play as like Tails, and there's like a big like boss fight between like Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah, shit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's great.
I think I remember seeing a couple things like that, but I don't remember playing it.
I just remember it was just cool. Cause it was like it was just like Sonic embracing its Dragon Ball Z influences,
yeah.
essentially, as an RPG, fan made.
Yeah. I remember because that was like I was like the story it's so interesting. It's so good.
It was interesting though.
I was just like, wow. I remember after I finished playing it, I had, like after you finish a really good game or a really good show, you'll just dead inside for a while.
Yeah,
I had that feeling with that game. I was just like, dang.
And there was another one that was pretty similar to that. It was called Final Fantasy Sonic, where it was just the same thing but with Final Fantasy characters, like different story. I was into that stuff.
hold up. What's that game?
Commando. I think it was like called another one called Commando 2. I thought of Flash game. It's like a 2D like run and gun on mini clip.
Happy Wheels.
Happy.
Happy Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm nostalgic of watching Happy Wheels, not playing it.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it like in class sometimes, but watching it for sure. And fucking escaping the prison. Like I played the
Bro.
Henry Stickmin games before
Oh,
they became
shit.
a fucking
Same.
Steam
I
thing.
played them before I was
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always remember playing Escaping the Prison, being like, "Man, this is fun as fuck." I wonder if there's more of these. And at the time, there weren't.
I was like, why am I more interested in dying than winning?
Yeah, because it was just funny. I watched the same death like 10 times. It was amazing.
Bro, Webkins? Anyone?
Nah.
No.
Really?
I was a
No.
Pop Tropica gamer.
Oh.
You didn't even close to play Pop Tropica, man.
Holy shit. Bro, I was the biggest Pop Tropica fan as a kid.
every
I played so
time.
much.
Every time in fucking computer lab back in elementary and middle school. Not elementary.
Bro, hold up. Yeah, hold up.
You get like
Yeah, exactly.
23
We played
minutes.
Pop Tropica, yeah.
Pop Tropica, bro.
Yeah. I remember.
Fuck Study Island. You playing Pop Tropica.
Fuck Study Island.
Fuck Study Island, bro.
Too bad they ruined it.
Did they?
They ruined Pop Tropica.
How the fuck are you gonna ruin Pop
How do you,
Tropica?
yeah, how do you
The
play
ads
that
were
one?
even great.
They got
Fucking
yeah.
the ads and the island shit is like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
shit, you get a free thing if you just do all.
Oh, man.
Best way of like
Well, no,
integrated
they
ads.
ruined it 'cause they got rid of like 3/4 of every island, like of the islands. Like there's like they purged so many islands.
You mean to tell me they gave it the Destiny 2 treatment? That's fucked up.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah,
Let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up. Pop
Yeah,
Tropica.
I don't even know if it's still up anymore. Because I think they were like changing it, they took it down or something. But you guys remember what your favorite islands were?
No.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Dire of
Yeah.
I like the Greek mythology island where you have
No,
a boss
yes,
fight.
yes, yeah.
It was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Superhero Island, and the one that was
Superhero
like,
Island.
it was like you were a spy or like a secret agent. Secret
Spy
agent
Island, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked Counterfeit Island. I really liked where you like
Oh,
break
yeah.
into an art museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the superhero one was hype, but the one I remember that like no one liked the. You guys remember that one?
Oh,
Which
The
one?
which one you
cut
cut
There was
out?
like a western like cowboy type thing.
Oh yeah, the one where you like
yeah.
you had a horse you could like go down throughout the map and like.
Yeah,
I
it was-
remember. I
like
remember
that one.
seeing it, but I never played it.
There weren't really any Pop Shotgun maps I didn't like.
I don't know what I didn't like, but I remember that was just like the one that no one really got on. Everyone got on Superhero Island, bro.
Superhero was the first time I ever saw. First time I ever saw anyone playing Pop Shotgun was the Superhero Island. There was a time travel island. I really liked that one.
Oh yeah. I remember Time Travel Island.
I think it was like called 64 carat or something like that. 24 carat, 24 carat. Where you like
Game
break into a
show.
carat factory.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Which one?
Game show.
Game Show Island.
Game show.
I vaguely remember that one.
I vaguely remember because that one was just a straight
Ghost
game show.
Story
There's no-
Island. I remember that one a little bit.
Oh, there was the Magic Treehouse crossover where they go to like Japan or
Yes.
something. Like the
There was a
dragons.
crossover with a Big Nate, the comic.
The
Big Nate.
shark.
Yeah.
The shark.
The shark.
Hold up. The time travel.
Yeah, I saw that
Um,
one.
Did you say that the space? There was a space one.
The Astronauts, where you're in like Camelot, like King Arthur, but you go to space. and,
Yeah.
like different planets. There was Nabuti, where you like go throughout Africa and like find jewels. Man, Pop Shotgun's the shit. What a great kids website.
Honestly.
And there's also I wasn't too into Club Penguin, but I liked the spy missions that you could go on Club Penguin. I don't know if
think I
anyone
ever
remembers
really-
that.
I never really got into Club Penguin as a kid. I don't think.
There was this one like game where like there was this like polar bear villain, and you had to like figure out how to like it was like a puzzle thing. We were like a spy. It was cool.
I just
But
tried
anyway.
to get banned as fast as possible.
The Club Penguin episode of SuperMega. At the end, they're like, "This party is fucking awesome." They just get banned. They're like distraught. So they're gonna send an email to my dad. No. And then they like try to big email to get their account back, and it's just the copy pasta. It's like, what the fuck do you say to me? I graduated top of my class in the Marines. I have over 200 recorded kills in Al Qaeda.
Holy shit.
What are we talking about again?
Games.
I think-
Because we're gamers.
We're gamers. I think we were gonna go to like games we just like love in general, like even if there's no nostalgia like now.
Oh yeah. What's up, Neil?
I guess it's
Start us
Gab's
off.
turn. Then. Oh, me?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it. We'll reset the
Oh,
order.
sweet.
'cause I jumped
Just
in.
do whatever.
All right. First of all, I want to bring up one last thing about nostalgic video games. About
Of course.
Super Mario Galaxy. That was the first game that like made me sad. Because it's not a sad game, but like some of the atmosphere, like the music, it just felt so lonely. Like I remember it was the first time I felt like existential in my whole life as like a 9-year-old. I would be like playing the game in my house, my mom like in the kitchen behind me making food. And I was like, I feel so lonely right now for some reason, just like while playing it. I was like stop playing because I like couldn't take it anymore. But anyways, games I love now. Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. That was the first Zelda game I ever played because like I said, I didn't have many games when I was a kid.
I need to play it.
Absolutely one of the greatest open world games ever made, objectively speaking. just so much you can just like do. You have so much freedom. So many like cool little Easter eggs, just in like the physics engine and stuff. Like cool ways to like figure out puzzles. Fantastic game, even if the story and the boss fights weren't that good. The exploration was fantastic. I put so many hours in that game. Mario Odyssey as well. We're sticking with Switch games.
Mhm.
Another sort of not exploration, but just like just finding moons wherever you can. Um, I'd say the big one for me is God of War PS4. That game made me feel so many different emotions. The story, I never thought. First, I've also never played any other God of War game, but I knew the whole story. I knew like all the boss fights and stuff in previous games. I knew Kratos was just an angry asshole who killed everyone. But I never thought my favorite part of a God of War game would be the story, because the story was insane. It was super well done. Not to mention it was basically like a moving painting in the way it was like presented, because the way they did it was you have one camera angle and you never switch to a different angle. It's just the one camera like fluidly is like following our character and like just going into cutscenes effortlessly, just like changing angles, just that one
Like
camera,
1917.
one shot, like 1917 video game style. Yeah, gameplay wasn't my favorite, but like it was still like very good. And I don't know, man, that story, it was just so like tightly written too. Like I didn't see any plot holes. It was so well done, and it got me so because it also did a really good job building up to the next game, God of War Ragnarok. Which, first of all, just the word Ragnarok, one of the coolest words in existence. I mean, just say it, just Ragnarok.
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 Yeah, and then the meaning of it is just like the end of the world where every god is fighting each other. So it's got me super excited for the next game. Um, all the Souls games. The first one I played was Dark Souls 3. I've also played Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, and Sekiro. Big fan of those games, but pretty much just for the boss fights. I'm not too big into like RPGs, like leveling up and customization. I just like the boss fights in those games. Although the atmosphere in Bloodborne's insane. Uh, I started Ocarina of Time on 3DS for not too long ago.
Nice.
Still, like, it holds up surprisingly well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy.
Play some
I know it's the
Spirit Tracks.
remaster for 3DS. What?
Play some Spirit Tracks whenever you get around to it.
Yeah, I'll see. I also need to
No,
play
I'm
Link
joking.
Between
That's the one
Worlds.
that no one likes.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds is
Spirit
one I
Tracks.
gotta
I remember
play.
Spirit
Spirit
Tracks.
Tracks. I thought it was okay,
Mhm.
but it's not a Zelda game. You just run around on a train and stuff.
The reason I have good memories of Dark Souls 3 is because I spent like just one summer. That's like essentially the only thing I did is just try to beat that game. I know like people who've been playing Dark Souls since the first game think that game is like one of the easiest ones out of all of them, but I had never played like a difficult video game before, so it took me a long time. Overwatch. 'Cause it was the first like multiplayer first person shooter I was like super into, just because like it was unique in the way it was done.
Yeah.
Something satisfying about it when you see that red skull pop up when you get a kill, and the noise.
It's just Team
That-
Fortress 2. What do you?
You're right, but I played Portal 2 recently, both Portal 1 and Portal 2. Fantastic puzzle games. I also played the co-op with a friend of mine. If you're listening, shout out to you. But we also, once we finished the co-op, every now and then we'd get back on and either do there were player made multi like co-op maps that we would play through that are surprisingly well done. And then we would also do this thing where we played the single player player made maps and we'd race to see who could beat it first.
Nice.
And that was super fun. I beat him every single time. But
Oh, big brain.
big brain. Big
Look
brain.
at this Harvard.
Look at his Harvard ass. Fat head.
Aglet
Uh,
looking.
Bro, it's winter right now. Some people call it warmer.
Damn.
But the Uncharted series, I've played every single game except for like the ones in the PS Vita. And The Last of Us, which I mean, it's The Last of
PS
Us.
Vita.
I haven't played part 2, but the original, you can't deny how
Hmm.
good the original is, no matter who you are. Uh, I think that's pretty much everything I want to say. I know some of my friends probably gotten annoyed with me because about like the Souls-like games that I'm into, like talking about them, but I'm really not into them as I might seem. It's once again it's just mainly like the boss fights because that's the main thing.
Mhm.
Like Sekiro, I just like some satisfying about like because it's basically a rhythm game. Like all the
Yeah.
Souls games are basically rhythm games. You have to like time stuff perfectly, like time your dodges, time your
Well,
defense.
isn't there? Wasn't 2 or was it 3 that like the music kind of synced up with their attacks?
I'm not sure.
I know I saw like some video or something is like where a lot of the boss fights like their attacks were synced up with the music.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure about that, but like I don't know. Plus, it was nice since I was never like a good gamer. I was never like that good at video games. It was nice to like play a hard game and like get better at it significantly, like as I practiced. It's like beat a game I know other people, like, a game that is hailed for its difficulty. But yeah, that's pretty much all the big stuff. I don't have any like multiplayer games I was too into other than Overwatch. Also, I played Half-Life 2 recently. That game
Nice.
also holds up surprisingly well.
Mhm.
That's it. Who wants to go next?
I'll take that.
Oh, we can go around.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it again.
So, what recently? So, okay, I think one that will always stay with me is Payday 2 because that was one I got into, I guess, relatively recently. Like, actually, no, I got into it a couple of years ago, I think, and then kind of fell out of it, but then came back into it, and that's just a game like it's so fun, and it's frustrating at times, but it's a game that it's like it's okay to be frustrated at, because it's like I know what I'm doing wrong, and you're learning all these different. I don't know the amount of time that I've spent learning how that game works and figuring out what's best for like to play it, and just seeing what all the work that they put into that game. It's just really cool to me. Um, surprise, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I hated the multiplayer for that game, but like I have a poster of one of the zombies maps up on my wall. That's how fucking meaningful that game was for me. That was the one like I got into the zombie
Campaign
stuff.
was also ass.
We don't
Campaign
talk-
was also ass.
Train Go
Yeah.
Boom, but we don't talk about that.
Train go boom. Outcome. Train go boom.
And Nightmares was a shit show, but like the zombies the zombies for that game was hands down like the golden age of zombies. There's a reason why people cling to it so much, and why the hype was huge around that time, and why like the community was at its strongest at Black Ops 3, because I mean
Yeah.
it was like they did everything right, and it was incredible, and it was so much fun to be a part of that community and to play the game alongside them in a way, It's gotten me hooked on zombies now, which makes me a fucking money hose when it comes to spending money on this fucking game that sucks. But I've been getting into I'm getting back into Halo again. So I gotta say, like Halo Reach was one of the most fun games I ever played
Yes,
growing up as
sir.
a kid.
Yes, sir. Geb, come over. Let's play
so-
Reach, bro. Oh my gosh.
I have
Oh,
the
that's
Master Chief
nostalgia,
collection on
bro.
I got the Master Chief collection on my computer. It's crossplay.
Same,
We can play
bro.
together.
Yeah,
So-
let's do it.
Yeah. I re-downloaded it recently. Borderlands 2. That's a staple of just like fun games for me. Absolutely. I'm scrolling through like my Steam library to see like all the good shit. I've been getting more into Dead by Daylight recently. That's been a whole
Yo,
I don't know
It
if I can
actually is.
definitively say it's like a favorite game of mine, but
But
Nah,
it's fun.
it's
too-
so
it's
it's
fun.
so yeah, it's such like it's unique fun. And you could say it's like the Friday the 13th game, but not only did that game have a lawsuit against it and lost basically infinitely, but this one came first, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
did.
still going.
It's still not finished either. Like it's still pretty broken,
Yeah.
especially the lobbies. But it's a unique achievement to be able to make a game where you can just like sit at a generator for like 2 minutes straight and just hold down a button and still make it fun somehow.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a quick time event. It's literally a game of quick time events, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
You guys trying to
It's
hop in
so
a game
weird.
after this one?
Right before we started recording, the Discord, like some of my friends in my other Discord, tried to invite me to a game. I was like, maybe, but we'll see. I've been getting into Stardew Valley recently. That's like a definitely
Bro,
peaceful game.
it's so
You know,
peaceful.
It's just
It's
a lot
nice to
of,
unwind.
yeah, and it's a lot of fun to like play with people and just see them fuck around and try and do their own stuff and like see what they want to do. And if they're like urgent about doing it and they're kind of panicking about doing stuff, it's kind of fun to like laugh about because you're just like, bro, I'm just chilling working on a farm. What the fuck are you doing? Literally have no time for your eat girl problems. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I want to get more into No Man's Sky because I have it
Ooh.
and I played it a little bit for a stream.
Ooh.
And I want to get into it just more on my own time because when I played it, it
Game's
was a
interesting.
lot of fucking fun. It was actually a lot of fun.
I remember loving it when it came out, and then I just kind of
That was trash when it came out.
No, it was beautiful, dude.
No.
It was
I heard it was.
unbelievable.
It was.
It was beautiful, but it was trash.
No,
Yeah,
the actual game was garbage, but like just the
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah,
It's a game
exactly.
that never ends. You literally just travel.
Oh yeah. No, the
It's
game
like in
was
order
like.
to get through the entire game, it would take like 2 billion years to beat the actual like generation of new
Mhm.
planet because it's new every single time.
No, I remember like it was completely different than what they said it was gonna be at launch.
Yeah.
yeah.
So then later on, they had to like completely redo the game. Pretty much.
Right. Now, in here, I'm going to add a couple of games that I haven't played, but I've seen like full playthroughs of. I feel like that kind of counts. Because I was planning on playing them until it became like years after, and I'd already watched gameplay, and I just didn't care. So in that category, I'm going to put Doom 2016 and Resident Evil 7. Because 7 was a lot of fun to watch people play. And it looked like it would have been a lot of fun to play. But at that point, it was like, well, I've already seen everything. So playing it for me is going to be really weird.
It doesn't matter. No. That game
Really?
has. Yeah. Because I've watched it before and then I bought it and I played it. I mean, you've seen me play. I fucking streamed it too. I
Right.
sped her in it like 2, 3, 4 times.
Played it on Gamer Subs.
Gamer subs.
Shit.
Yeah,
Alright, maybe
I'd seen multiple playthroughs of Outlast, and it was still an experience for me to play it,
That's fair.
Mhm.
especially since I was with the homies.
Outlast.
That's
bro.
fair.
Outlast 2.
Wait, I played. No, okay. I take Doom out of that category because I played Doom. I completely forgot I did. And I made, like, streams about Doom. When I was an early streamer, I did Doom content. I remember that now. But so yeah, Doom was a lot of fun. The 2015 Need for Speed reboot was phenomenal. That was the first game on PlayStation 4 that I ever perfected the achievements for. I 100%ed that game and enjoyed every second of it. It was so fucking fun. You take the original, like, fun behind Need for Speed Underground and you put it in a more open world with updated graphics and new cars, sign me the fuck up. It's a simple story. Warms my heart, bro. I don't know if I would play it again, but God, when I did, was so fucking good. And that's the main ones I can think about right now. But
Yeah.
Overwatch was cool, but I don't know if I'd say it was my favorite. I liked it at the start, and I liked Destiny 2 at the start. But then they got repetitive for me. But all those other games, yeah, that's where it's at for me. Oh, and Clone Hero, because music is my fucking obsession, and it's a lot of
Music
fun.
is my love language, so fucking speak.
God.
Nobody gonna say fair enough, really.
Fair enough.
enough.
I mean,
I got you lost, but
I'm a
fair
little
enough.
lost, but fair enough.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what, like, a lot of people try and make songs for that game that's just a lot of fucking, like, tapping and bullshit, but just as a collective, like, a new updated engine to run old songs on, yeah, I'm in. I'm totally 100% sold. So, I love that game. But yeah, Jonah,
What
what's
you got,
up?
Brendan? No, we
Okay.
going.
All right,
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what we're going? Okay.
Let's see. Cuphead. I love me some Cuphead. I don't think I've really finished it, but I fucking love it. Let's see, hold on, what did I have? Dishonored, all of them. That's like one of my top like experiences with like stealth games and everything, and the whole like chaos ending or whatever it is. Like you can, the world changes depending like on if you kill people or not, which I thought was really cool. And then even with the third one, because the third one you really didn't have that, so you could just go like ape shit and murder everyone without affecting anything. I just I got addicted to Osu.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It scratched that a little bit of that Guitar Hero itch, but it was a little different, and you could just do whatever. Oxen free, bro.
Bro, I was gonna say that.
Oxen free.
Oh
Joe
my
knows, bro.
gosh.
Solid
Oh my
game. Top, one of my favorite like was it
Games, bro.
Telltale or whatever like that they made.
Yeah.
Apart from The Wolf Among Us and the Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Although as far as like the Telltale games with The Walking Dead, I only did the first and second season. I didn't touch the other ones. Overwatch is all right. I enjoy it. It's just it's just mainly because like that's what we like grinded through quarantine and everything.
When I brought up Overwatch, I meant like when I first got it in like 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first
Yeah, I remember
played,
like
yeah.
playing like whenever they made it like for like a free weekend and everything. So oh, this is cool. Watch Dogs 1 and 2 together. I know we talked about this on Geb's stream.
Watch Dogs 2, I completely forgot. Also,
Watch Dogs
real
1
quick,
and 2 together.
another one that I forgot about, Titanfall 2. I completely forgot
Titanfall
to say
2.
that. That was a solid fucking game. Loved that campaign. Multiplayer was whatever, but that campaign was one of the best campaigns that I never
I
expected.
mean,
even though multiplayer was fun, but still.
multiplayer in general was great.
Yeah.
They really, that was like, I think that's like high tier multiplayer, like fucking grappling everywhere into.
It was so
and
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fluid, like so fast paced, fluid. I loved it. So much different from like
perfection.
fucking Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's like, hey, here's a better game
Mm-hmm.
at a worse release date. It's like, fuck. Damn, come on.
Black Ops 3 was great too. I did enjoy the multiplayer though.
Yeah.
A little bit. It wasn't like amazing, but it was enjoyable. I had fun with it.
That's fair.
It's just a little with any game that I enjoy. There's a lot of nostalgia that goes into it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Zombies was great, especially since even with they like remastered a whole bunch of the old maps.
Zombies Chronicles, baby.
Mhm.
That's where it's at.
Revelations too was pretty fun. It's just a bunch of the old maps. Just shove them together. It's like, oh, you gotta do all these fucking Easter eggs. It's chaotic. It was amazing. Resident Evil Village, bruh. The power.
Two big reasons as to why you like
Good
that
reason
game.
to love that game.
The power.
Two really just well-rounded, well-rounded, like well-structured, built reasons as to why. you
Really
like it.
firm.
Really just firm, big.
This is just.
Just two
It's
plump
so good.
reasons.
It's so good.
Just absolutely juicy, tall reasons.
There's this one scene, as in it's not a spoiler really, but as a warning. So leave if you don't want to hear it. There's one part where she grabs you and it's like she's fucking like yelling at you, and she just like slams you into the ground over and over until you like fall like 3 or 4 stories into the basement. It's like, holy fuck, what the fuck? And like you see her like lifting you up like you're nothing, and then you have to like get out, and she like cuts your hand while you're trying to open the door, and then she's just chasing you around in this like tight area, and it just flips. It's amazing, and it's only a respect of power. There's nothing else. There's no kink. It's just a great game. Okay, Neil.
It's about the power. The power.
It's about the power.
Holy
Jedi Fallen Order was another good one. It's pretty much, not to be with the rest of people, it's like a Dark Souls kind of game, but Star Wars theme. And I love me some Star Wars. I think I completed that one completely too.
Yeah, because that was one of the first streams of yours that I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Fallen Order, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was stuck on the last boss fight.
Yeah.
I played it. What was like 3 hours or so.
I remember the whole time I was just trying to hype you up in chat, like, bro, you got this.
It was like a hardest or like second to hardest difficulty.
I think it was second hardest. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't want to undersell your achievements.
Fuck you, man. Just...
He's playing on easy.
Oh yeah, it's playing easy. Story mode. What games I've been playing? I think that's what we've been playing. Yeah. I got the, what was it? Saints Row remastered.
Oh yeah, can't forget about Saints Row 3.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'll even say 4 was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
3 and 4 were so much fucking fun. I put 31 hours into both of those games.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fucking fun. Just
it was
bullshit sandboxes.
Yeah. The remaster was pretty nostalgic. But like it felt like it didn't feel the same. It just felt off a little bit. I mean, like I got the nostalgia, but it felt a lot longer. Well, a lot shorter playing through it again than what I remember. I don't know why, but it was great to play through that again. Fuck Legions. Legions was dog shit. Watchdog Legions.
Oh. Watch Dogs 2 is superior. Legion is dog shit. Next question.
I guess that's it. I guess that's all I've really been playing.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Jonah, you.
Yeah, bro. What's our time looking like?
154.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. All right. Well, games
that's
that
including a little bit of beginning stuff, so you're good.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think.
So games that I enjoy. I'll start with Oxenfree, bro. That game is it's just beautiful. I know me and Brendan are the only ones that have played it here, but you guys gotta play it because it's just gorgeous. The story is just like there's really no way to describe it other than just it pulls into their and it just makes you feel like you're like super engrossed in it. And you really care about what happens, which is
You're
the whole
saying
point.
it's immersive.
It's very immersive.
Immersive.
It's incredibly immersive. It's great. It's beautiful. It's hype. I'm playing it again with a friend right now, and I keep remembering like how influential that game is to like how I love. Just like since that was the last game that I played, I was just like I would give this game a 10, and like that's just that. Super Hot. I don't know if you guys ever played Super Hot. That's
I've
just
seen
it's
gameplay,
great. I played Super Hot so many times. I played it in VR with like full VR and everything. That was super fun. I like totally knocked out a lady. She was like putting on my VR. It was at an arcade in Dallas, and she was putting on my VR suit, the headset and the whatever. And she was like, "Why don't you play a little bit of it to celebrate it?" And like you do have to punch people, and I just socked her right in the face. And I just heard like grunting. And I took that thing off, and she's just on the floor. And she's like, I was just like, "Are you okay?" I felt so bad. And she was like, "This happens every day."
Oh no, I still work here. I get punched in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even get
That's
paid.
that's the clip we play before the intro. It's just Jones saying, "I punched a lady."
Yeah, so I knocked out a
Timestamp that.
woman
Timestamp
once. I'll start clapping.
Yeah. Super Hot is really great. That's a super fun game. We played so much Overwatch. So much Overwatch.
Too much Overwatch.
Just played too much
What
Overwatch.
about Siege, huh?
Better,
That's what I was about to say next.
better
is
than playing
Rainbow.
Siege. Better
We
than
really
playing
played Rainbow. If I just want you to know that if you enjoy stop.
Your audio
Just
cut out
don't anymore.
perfectly.
What's
You just cut out-
wrong with you?
I know he cut out, but what
Oh,
came
I
out
know what he
was
said.
exactly what needed to be said.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just if you enjoy, stop.
Yeah.
If you enjoy Rainbow Six Siege, stop.
If you enjoy Rainbow Six Siege, you're probably ruining other people's lives.
Okay, I'll stand up for a little bit. It was fun for a bit. I kind of liked it. There's really a big punishment. It's kind of toxic, but a lot of the changes that they're doing now, it doesn't look fun anymore. Like even beyond just the punishment, it's like it ruins everything because they make Mira her thing is now breakable. And like the glass is breakable, and if you hit the thing in the bottom, it just gets rid of it completely. Then what's his name? The one with like the cameras that can like shoot lasers and stuff. The glass on that is now breakable too, so it shatters, so you can't see it. So it pretty much makes it useless. So now you have to open it up. A lot of the abilities are not breakable, and then they're just reworking everything to the point it's like, what is this? As far as update on that.
Yeah.
Siege to me is the League of Legends of first-person shooters.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
description.
I don't feel
Yeah.
wrong in saying that.
Yeah, that makes sense. What else?
Although they're not reworking League of Legends every week.
Yeah.
Fair, but it's still
I'm surprised.
toxic and bullshit.
I'm surprised no one said Minecraft yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
I was
like
thinking
not have to be
about it.
said. Like Minecraft, just Minecraft. That's all I'm gonna say. Just Minecraft.
I just haven't been playing as much as earlier.
I just
Yeah.
haven't been playing as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
I don't like playing it alone because it is a
Yeah.
sad, lonely game
Mhm.
if you're alone.
Right.
Mm.
I'm gonna be playing it soon for like a server thing. But I haven't been playing it very much. I don't know.
There's this
I
cave
got
update
burned
coming.
out a little bit.
There's a cave update coming, so we should hop on that.
Cave update. Yeah. Cave update.
Yeah, my biggest confession I can give is that I've never actually beaten the Ender Dragon.
We'll change that. We'll change that.
We'll do better.
Yeah. I can't think of any other crazy games that are just like because I think everything that I would have said has just already been said. You know.
Well, what have we said that applies to you as well?
Outlast, bro. Outlast 1 was an
Outlast.
experience. Partly,
It was a
mostly
great
because
experience.
of the people,
Yeah,
and I
I
think
say
also, like,
the atmosphere.
the environment. But like also I
Yeah.
think the same thing applies in the opposite. Like the negative experiences from Overwatch have just been like the environment. I can't blame it on the game, you know. Sometimes it's the people.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's the people you're playing with, you know. It's just,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just
fair.
bad.
Also, Dead by Daylight would probably apply to all of us. Essentially.
Dead by Daylight.
Not as like a favorite, but it's nice to.
It's a fun game. Yeah, it's a fun game. Me and Brendan used to grind Friday the 13th back in the day, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that they never finished that.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
they can only like
legally
work on
can't
the
touch it
servers,
anymore. Yeah.
so it's playable, like at least playable. That's all you can do.
Faster Than Light. I don't know. Have you guys ever played Faster Than Light?
And, like,
That
Noah
sounds
used
familiar.
to gush about it in like
No,
high
yeah.
school.
Yeah, I played it with him when we first moved in together. That was really. It's like you're going through space, and like each trip usually takes like the game takes about like 2 or 3 hours, so it's like it's long.
Bro, Space Team.
And it's incredibly hard.
Space
Space Team is
Team.
fun. Space Team is fun, but
Among
also
Us.
the people ruined it. So
Yeah, it always.
yeah, I think that's all I got, honestly.
I thought of a couple I missed.
Hmm.
So, Hollow Knight. I played a bunch of Hollow Knight during
Ori
quarantine.
games.
oh, bro, yeah.
Ori's great.
Little Nightmare 2.
Good story. Little Nightmares 2. I enjoyed playing that with you. With a little bit we did. Yeah, Hollow Knight. It had also had just a good environment. Nice Metroidvania. I never actually played Undertale. I started it the other day actually, but I watched a bunch of playthroughs. I know it's a big meme right now, but like the story is still like super good, like super well done. Where you can like choose to like either not kill a single person or kill literally everything, and how the story is affected by that, and like the lore and stuff. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite games to like watch other people play. Then I can't believe I didn't bring this up when it was my turn. But Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah.
I got the remaster.
Yeah.
I got the remake for PS4. Insane experience. One of the best video game stories. One of the best video game experiences. I feel like every gamer needs to experience that
Mhm.
game because it's not very long. It's just like essentially a 16 boss rush, which of course, even if the story wasn't great, that would cater to me because I love boss fights. But yeah, fantastic game. So I guess to wrap this up, what would you guys say is your favorite game if you would have to choose? I'd probably go with God of War PS4 or Bowser's Inside Story.
Skip me. I don't know.
I think I would say
hard.
I would probably say Pokemon Emerald because that's just like nostalgia, the gameplay, the soundtrack, everything about that game is just perfect to me, and I would play it a million times over. So that's just mine.
Brendan?
I don't know. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah. I've always been bad with like definitive
Yeah.
favorites and anything.
You guys both look like you're in like the most trying times of your life right
This
now.
is because there's always like a few that
Kinda
are like
struggling
I
out here.
know.
Well, yeah, if you can't pick one, like list out a couple you would have to pick between. That's fine. Because I said two.
Guitar Hero 2, Need for Speed, the 2015 one, and ATV Off-Road Fury 3, and Payday 2. Those are the four like I'm stuck between.
And then there was one.
Nope, 5, Sonic Colors.
What about a Sonic Unleashed, bro? Nah,
Sonic Colors has more nostalgia to me.
I never played that one, but I've heard it was like one of the few like really good 3D Sonic games.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was worky. It was a lot of fun shit they did.
All right, Brendan, it's all down to you.
I think Dishonored. Um,
Dishonored
mainly-
1 or like both?
I think mainly the first one, but I enjoy all of them. The Walking Dead. I can't choose between season 1 and 2, but those
Season 1's definitely more iconic.
oh yeah, but they just like there's so many memories with that, just watching it and playing it, and the ending of 1, man, emotions.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like a big experience I've had like on my own with it too. Is just playing it on my own because God of War is great, but I never really got the chance to just play it by myself.
Like, are you specifically talking about the PS4 one or like?
Yeah, the PS4 one, because I've played the other ones before. Shoot.
Shit, is that all?
I think that's
Is
it.
that it?
Cuphead.
All right, good shit.
Yeah.
Go-
Good
That's
stuff,
it.
bro.
This isn't one of my top ones, but I forgot Left 4 Dead 2. Can't go wrong with that.
Mm.
Shit,
Yeah,
that
I'd
went
probably
a lot.
also if we. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is the recording?
206.
Gee,
That
That's
went a lot-
counting.
We can cut stuff.
That went a lot longer than I thought it would. But
I
you
don't
know
want to
what?
keep doing 2 hours. I think
Yeah, I know.
I do
like
wanna stick
130
to-
is perfect.
I give a pass for this one. It's the season premiere.
yeah.
So
But is
Jonah,
that
you
counting like bullshit in the beginning, or is that like
a
legitimate?
little
Did
bit,
restart
not a whole lot. I restarted the recording a couple times, but
okay?
not. There's still a little bit of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So
You
All
can take
right,
us
well-
out, Jonah.
Well, thanks for listening to the season premiere of the season 2 of the Times Like These podcast. I'm having a blast, and I'm excited to see what else happens with this. And
Sorry, we didn't get as deep or personal as
there's
other
always
episodes.
room
we-
because
we
there's-
got-
We
personal-
doing weekly
we have
episodes.
yes, we have plans for the next episode.
We
Yeah,
got
where
we
we'll
got
take next
personal in a
episode.
different way. We got personal in a
ready.
Yeah.
different way.
yeah. So I'm excited to be releasing this more on a consistent level, which is gonna be good. So expect better, expect Geb-sized things, and we will
If you're
see
watching
y'all
on YouTube
later.
right?
Yes,
Your favorite video games in the comments.
yes, do that.
if
Tweet
you're-
at us, bro.
If you're listening
And
on
using the
audio
thing.
podcast service, then yeah, tweet at us or I don't know, get a hold of us and send us some support or some
As
your favorite
always.
video games.
If you got guest requests, topic requests, anything,
Plug it.
Always. Yes.
Always a good time. Times like these podcast. Give it up.
We back, baby. It's good to be back.
Give it up.
All right,
that's it.
see ya
All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much. Love you all.
next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cock's fun to say, but I'm talking about realistically when you're married and you're having sex and you're like, where should I put my cock?
If
You know?
you could take the penis to the when you take a penis to the butt.
What a perfect time for me to start the recording.